Hey guys, Fox here with another video. Today we have yet another Spirit Halloween sneak peek. I do apologize for being late to this. This guy was released last night, but unfortunately this guy kind of swooped under the radar. Not a lot of people really know about this guy yet, or now just learning about him. And I personally just didn't have the energy to make like 3 sneak peek videos. I mean, I just got my Witch Coven one done. I'm kind of like doing these back to back. Anyway, so this sneak peek is of the Spirit Halloween Arctic Dragon, which let me pull up his page really quick. Again, they're prepared. I'm sorry. I always have their pages pull up on my laptop. It just kind of helps me read off accurate information as I go. So, pardon me. Okay. I apologize, guys. My throat's not working with me, so give me just a second. I needed a drink. So this dragon is actually 6.4 feet tall, which is fairly small. It's smaller than the normal dragons, but it's also bigger than the Grandin Road one. The Grandin Road dragon is at a normal 6 feet, so it's sort of in the middle. I'm not 100% sure how big the at-home exclusive one is. So, I mean, it might be like in the medium. It might not. I don't know. This guy retails for $350, which is a fair price for a smaller dragon. A lot of people seem to disagree with me, but I would like to remind everybody that this is a fairly bulky animatronic. He uses a lot of big, bulky plastic parts, and it's a fogger. Foggers are always very expensive because foggers have to use special custom parts because fog liquid, when in contact with metal, does cause corrosion. So they have to use special parts for foggers. And it's an animated fogger at that, and it's a fairly large animated fogger. And again, it's very bulky. It's got a lot of big, bulky plastic parts, especially its legs, and its head. Its wings are, its wings are huge. This guy is being sold in stores, so for those of you like me who have never seen one of the Seasonal Visions dragons in person before, here you go. Though it is a smaller dragon, I do kind of like that. And I've learned that the smaller dragons actually have a different audio track than the normal dragons. The smaller dragons have this very screechy roar, and I'm sure everyone's heard it. Because the Grandin Road one has that exact audio. And the Grandin Road one is a smaller dragon. So that's kind of cool. I've also noticed we've had a lot of dragons this year. My best guess is that it is because of Game of Thrones, which is a huge phenomenon. I personally never cared about Game of Thrones. It was never a show that I really got into, nor will I ever get into. According to my parents, it's the most frustrating TV show in the world because all your favorite characters just die. I'm not all for that. I get attached to characters so easily. I already have to deal with good character deaths in horror movies. I'm good there. It does kind of resemble some of the dragons from Game of Thrones. I couldn't tell you the names. Again, I don't really watch the show. I've seen their iconic dragons. They're really cool looking, and it does kind of remind me of that. In fact, I believe when we saw the Winter Dragon, everyone was pointing out how it looked like something from Game of Thrones. It is kind of cool to see that they are releasing dragon animatronics, but I personally do not see them being tied in with Halloween in any way, shape, or form. Maybe the Dark Shadow Dragon, the Brimstone Dragon, but Arctic Dragon, Winter Dragon, and I hate this one's name, Winter Forest Dragon. I hate that name so much. Those aren't very Halloweenish. They belong in more of like a Gen Con type of place, or even just like a cool like man cave. I don't know. But they don't belong in a Halloween display. But that's just my personal opinion. I mean, Jared O'Lantern had bought Winter Dragon and made it work in his theme. So, I mean, other dragons might work. I personally, though, do not think they really belong in a Halloween display. Yet again, though, no one really bought Winter Dragon and never really saw many displays except for Jared O'Lantern's that included Winter Dragon. And he used Winter Dragon to go with his black and white theme. His monochromatic theme. So, I mean, his worked, but it wasn't Halloweenish. It was like a Dragon's Dungeon or something like that, or Dragon's Den. But again, I just don't feel like dragons really go with Halloween. They're more of a mythological creature and not much of a scary horror character like a harpy or a siren, for example. Those are more menacing and will kill you, while a dragon's more of a mythological beast, you know, like, actually, I don't know what else to think of besides a dragon. Maybe a, kraken? But a kraken is, kind of tied with horror, but again, a kraken doesn't really go with horror either. At least in my opinion. I don't think dragons really belong in a horror field. I don't think they're scary, because they're really not. They're not a very horror-like character. So it is kind of interesting to see Spirit Halloween jumping on this bandwagon and now selling 2 dragons. One being the Winter Dragon, which is online only and is back in stock for those of you who really like that. And then they have their cheaper alternative, their smaller Arctic Dragon, which, I mean, for those, I know something that's hard to imagine a prop, like its height, but just imagine Towering Clown, but an inch shorter. That's how tall this Arctic Dragon is, because Towering Clown is 6.5 feet tall, while Arctic Dragon is 6.4 feet. So it's about as tall as the Towering Clown, the original one, the red one. I know sometimes when I say Towering Clown, people somehow get it mixed up with Sweet Dreams and KG. I don't understand how, but I'm not going to get into that, because this is about Arctic Dragon, not Towering Clown, and what my pet peeves are with him. Obviously, if it wasn't obvious enough, this guy is made by Seasonal Visions, and I have to say, Seasonal Visions has always did a really good job on their dragon. Their dragons look really nice, in my opinion. They have this beautiful amount of detail. I want to take a quick look at Winter Dragon, and I kind of want to compare them. I know, like, I know he has a different head mold than Winter Dragon, but I believe Winter Dragon has a darker color scheme. Let me look him up really quick. This just kind of popped in my head to think about this comparison. So obviously Winter Dragon is a taller one, and yeah, Winter Dragon does have a darker color scheme to him. Winter Dragon also does appear to have more detail, which, yikes. But I like both of them. They're both cool. They're cool props, but again, they don't belong in a yard display. Actually, you know what? I'm wrong. I believe Arctic Dragon has a darker color scheme. It's really hard to tell with them, with their backgrounds and stuff. It just kind of confuses me, because it's all up to, like, the lighting effects. Either way, I do think this is a really cool prop, and I do really like it. Would I personally buy it? No. Dragons are not my thing. As much as I love getting into mythological creatures and cryptids and stuff, dragons just are not my thing. I do think they are beautiful and really, I almost said angelic. They're not angelic at all. I think they're beautiful, really cool creatures, but not something I'll ever get into. But I know other people like the Seasonal Visions dragons. I do have my eye on one of them, mainly because it's very hellish, and I like that type of stuff. I like a very hellish dragon. That would actually go in my theme with the cemetery. They get a very hellish theme, like this hell crawled out of the ground. I don't know, I'm saying hell way too much. That's something I would use the Brimstone Dragon for, or the Dark Dragon. Again, that would kind of go into the cemetery. It'd be very ominous and menacing. Maybe like a Guardian of a Crypt, but not but Arctic Dragon, Winter Dragon, and Winter Forest Dragons, they would not fit my theme. But anyway, what do you guys think about this? What do you think about that price? I think it's actually fairly decent for what you're getting. You're getting a very large animatronic, and again, you're getting a very bulky animatronic. It's a very bulky, sturdy animatronic, and I cannot express that enough. People tend to complain about this price. Guys, it's a perfect price. It's animated, it's very bulky, it's very sturdy. I think it's the perfect price. But again, am I going to get them? No. Dragons aren't my thing. Unless it's Winter Dragon or that dark myth. I can't remember what the green and red ones have. The green and red one's very expensive. I saw its price and it was terrifying. Scarier than the prop itself. That seems to be a common trait with a lot of animatronics nowadays that are just coming out. A lot of them have very terrifying price tags. It seems that it's not just Spirit Halloween jumping on that bandwagon. I'm noticing other retailers selling their animatronics for a very outrageous price. Halloween Express is a good example, though to be fair, Halloween Express has always sold their animatronics a little higher than Spirit. That's always been that way. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. What do you think about this guy? Leave a comment down below. I love hearing your opinions. I'm about to get ready to film yet another video. on the Crouchy the Clown. I'm about to like go on his page and start recording that video. So hope you guys have a really good day. I'll see you guys next video. Bye guys.